Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we will be talking about my 5 stars reads of 2023. It's crazy to think that we are already in 2024. Like, where the year went by. It's crazy. It's crazy to me that 2023 is already out and we're in a new year. But I'll be talking about my 10 5-star books of 2023. One of them is a reread, but other than that, these are all books that I've read in 2023. And I'm sorry if I say this year because my brain isn't braining, okay? But one of the books that I do not own that I've read, and that book broke me, put me back together, to then broke me again. And disclaimer, this is not an easy book because it deals with grief and it's a sad book. Just wanted to put it out there because not everybody likes that. So search up trigger warnings for any of the books that I will be talking about, because some of them may have triggering subjects that in my case doesn't trigger me, but it could trigger you, so you should totally look that up. But the first book that I'll be talking about is A Thousand Boy Kisses by T.D. Cole. So this book, it's about Rune and Poppy. I don't know how to explain this book without saying anything. Just know that it's sad. It's new adult, I think. I don't know if it's considered YA, but the main characters are teenagers. So I don't want to say too much, okay? I received the ARC because this book was published a while back, but it got republished and signed under Bloom Books. So I got the chance to receive an ARC, and I'm really thankful because that pushed me to read this beautiful book. Even if it's sad, I think everybody should read this book. It's sad in a beautiful way. I constantly think about this book, and it's for a good reason. You should totally read. The reread that I did, this is one of my favorite books of all time. I've reread it a lot of times, but this year I decided to listen to the audiobook of this book, and I'm glad I did, and that is The Deal by Elle Kennedy. They came out with new covers and I got the chance to receive spread edges. But this book, it's about Garrett and Hannah, and he is the captain of the hockey team. You know, a lot of people know him, and Hannah is just this girl that is focusing on school and, you know, doing her own things. And one day Garrett decides to propose her with a deal. He will help her with the guy that she has a crush on because he's popular and all of that, and she helps him pass a class because if not he will get kicked out of the hockey program, and he doesn't want that. So they make a deal, and I loved it. The audiobook was amazing, and I cannot wait to reread this and annotate it. It's the type of book you reread and you don't get tired of it, at least in my case. Love it, totally recommend. Chef's kiss. Something you will see is there's a lot of sports romance in here, so bear with me. That is my favorite type of romance, so that's why. Apart from A Thousand Boy Kisses and the next book that I'll be talking about, those are the only non-sports romance, so yeah, sorry. But the next book that I will be talking about is Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. I loved this book, and this one follows Jack and Elsie. And I don't know really how to explain this book. They're both scientists, but they practice different type of science, and they each practice their own, and apparently they don't really like each other, those type of sciences. One is theoretically and the other is a physicist. No, what is he? I don't know much about science, as you probably can see. But one day she applies for a big job, you know, better than the one that she has. And he happens to be one of the persons that can decide if she gets the job or not. And she is dating his brother. I'll leave it there. Amazing. Read it. This book, it's chunky, okay? Don't get scared by it. I annotated so much of this book. It's 600 pages and I could not get enough of it. I was like, where's the other stuff? Where's more? I need it. And that is Offside by Avery Keelan. This book is so good. So this book, it's about Chase and Bailey. Bailey basically is dating this really like hot hockey player. He's the captain of the team in her university, and on her 21st birthday, what he does, he dumps her. He's like, you know what, it's not going to work. I want to expand my choices and I will probably get drafted and you will be here still in school, so you know what, let's do our separate ways. She's like, what the fuck? And then she goes to a club and grabs the attention of the captain of the rivals team. Like, that man, you can tell he was written by a woman. That man is a masterpiece. He's everything. And believe me, when you will be like, what, is it done? Like, it was so good. There was not a moment I was like, oh my god, this is so long, I'm bored. No, I was here for it. You should totally read this. Another book that I annotate the heck out of it, and that is another hockey romance, and that is Ice Out by Veronica Eden. Oh my god. This book is about Easton and Maya, and basically Easton, you know, he is the captain of the hockey team. They all happen to be the captain. I just realized that, but you know what, he's a captain. But one day he is playing and there's this girl that grabs his attention. She's wearing the color of the opposite team that they're playing against in their arena. So he's like, what happened? And then he goes to the bar with his teammate and see the said girl with the other team. And at the beginning he's like, what is happening? He thinks they're bothering her, but at the end it happens that she's the sister of one of the guys, the rival team, and he gets shocked that he never saw her, and he discovers that they go to the same university. So he starts to pursue her, and another man written by a woman. I'm sorry I'm being aggressive towards this book. Is so good. I've been wanting to reread a lot of books lately, and to be honest, all of the books that I'll be talking about, I've been wanting to reread all of these books because they're so freaking good. Okay, I need to relax. Another hockey romance is Lucky Hit by Anna Kawan, and this book is about Oakley and Ava, and they meet at a party in the small town that he's from, I'm pretty sure, and you know, they hit it off, but they go their separate ways. They don't see each other, and then he goes to university, and who he sees? Her. She's friends with a couple of the hockey guys, and he becomes friends with all of the friend group, and that's how they really got more put together. And then they decide to, you know, little by little he makes her realize that not all hockey players are jerks. And another amazing man, Unravel Me by Becca Mack. This book is, I'm pretty sure, my latest 5 stars. Yes, it is. This book, it's about Adam and Rosie, and Adam is a professional hockey player, and he plays for the Vancouver, is it Vancouver? He plays for, he's a professional hockey player, and one day he goes on a walk with his dog and he meets this woman, and he gets interested in her. Like, he's kind of skeptical because he has gone in multiple blind dates and it hasn't worked out, because since his last relationship ended really bad, and you know, he doesn't want to get near somebody. And the fact that he's a professional hockey player, he finds that pretty hard, because obviously some people may be interested in his money and, you know, the perks of being with him, but not necessarily like him for him. And they meet up, and little by little they really like start to kind of develop feelings for each other. But she has something that she doesn't want to tell him, and she's scared, and that is that she's a single mother. This man says, okay, so what? I love it. It's as well not really secret identity, because he tells her his name, but she doesn't know what he does as a job. So this was so good. Another book that I annotate the heck out of it, and that is A Meet Your Match by Candy Stainer. Candy Stainer has lately become one of my favorite authors, and this is a hockey romance. This is her first book in a new series. So far there are 2 books out, and this one is the first one, like I said, and I loved it. This one, it's about Vince and I don't know why I seem to forget the girl's name. I'm sorry. Maven. So this is about Vince and Maven. He's a professional hockey player. I don't know which position he plays, and I'm pretty sure he isn't the captain. He's the, you know, everybody knows him, the life party. He goes all the ways with women, and in her case she works as this social media content company. And then she gets an exclusive interview, and she's so happy, and she discovers that it's with him, and previously they met and she didn't really like him. She's like, oh, obviously he's this cocky, pretentious hockey player, you know, he gets everything he wants. I'm pretty sure he gets all the women, and they don't start in the right foot. Why she kind of was rude to him, as well as him being rude to her. They didn't start in the best way, and she has to spend a freaking month with him 24/7, you know, to like show him all his life, and in his case he cannot deny. So force proximity. Candy Stainer knows what she does, like chef's kiss. Amazing. So these 2 books are like my top favorite, and I don't know, I can't decide which one I like more. So this one I read back in January, Blindside by Candy Stainer. This was so good. It's a college football romance, and oh my god, this was so good. So it's about Clay, and he's the quarterback of the football team, and Gianna, she handles all media and PR stuff for the team, and communications, all of that, media. And this is the second book in it, Interconnected Standalone, and in the first book we see him being happy with his longtime girlfriend, all of that. And in this book they are not together. She broke up with him. She's like, you know, I don't want to be stuck in this relationship forever. I want to, you know, do more stuff, be more free, not in a relationship attached to somebody. And you know, he's in love with this girl, so obviously he's heartbroken, and he started to be like just the meanest thing. He just like, I don't want to see anybody, you know, he's pissed, okay? He's not happy that he got his heart broken. And Gianna, she's this really shy girl. She reads all the time. She has her nose in her book. She only knows a couple of the guys, and they're all sweet to her, but she's really shy, okay? And then one day she meets Clay for media stuff, and then he discovers that she has a huge crush on a guy, and then he gets an idea. He tells her, why don't we fake date, so that way I make my ex-girlfriend jealous, and in your case the guy that you're interested in will be able to see you and get more interest in you because you will be with me. At the beginning she's really reluctant, but at the end she caves. Gianna, you did the best thing in your life. Clay is literally the man. Well, the man is actually here in this book, but this was so good. Fake dating, I love fake dating, okay? Fake dating, it's one of my favorite tropes, and she did an amazing job with this book. Like, Candy Stainer did it. I love this book, this couple. I could read a whole chunk of books just them being a couple and happy. Like, oh my god, this was so good. Until like, it's been a year later already, and I cannot shut up about this book. I would recommend it to anybody that loves sports romance. Even if you don't like sports romance, please go read it. Please, please, please. This last book, I will recommend it to anybody. This is my favorite book of the year. Like, those are all 5 stars. I love all of these books, don't get me wrong, but this one, this is an infinity stars. I've reread this book like 4 times. I read it back in March because it released in March. I read it in paperback on my Kindle. I read it again on my Kindle, I'm pretty sure, and I read the audiobook. And I'm planning to listen to the audiobook again. That's how obsessed I am with this book. And that is The Right Move by Liz Stamford. If you have seen this book get hyped, believe me, it gets the hype that it deserves. Like, this book, this man was made by God himself. This man was... Okay, I will calm down. I'm sorry. I get so freaking happy just talking about this book. Just thinking about this book makes me giggle. Like, I love this book. This book it's like my house is burning. This book for sure comes with me. I love all my books. I will try to save them all. But this one... Okay, let me tell you a little about this book. Could I just say read it, but I need to tell you guys what it is about, right? So this book is about Ryan and Indy. Ryan is a professional basketball player and Indy is a flight attendant, and she goes through a really bad breakup. She doesn't have a place to stay, and Ryan's twin sister is best friends with her. So she's like, please let her live in your apartment. You live in a 2-bedroom apartment. You don't need the extra room. Let her live there. And he really doesn't want to, but at the end he caves because he will do anything for his sister. And he's like a loner. He doesn't really speak to anybody. He only speaks really to his family and his sister's boyfriend, but other than that, that's it. Like, his teammates are his teammates. And then he gets the brilliant idea of pretending in front of one of the general managers of the team that they're dating. And at the beginning she's like, no, why did you do that? And he's like, I really need this guy to like me so that way I can stay with the team. Like, I really need your help. And in her case, she needs a date for her friend's wedding where her ex-boyfriend will be there. So they strike a deal, fake dating. This was everything, okay? When they say quiet love is the loudest, Liz Stamford showed it in this book. She knows how to write the man. Like, this is the sample. This is what you should follow. This is everything. This book was so good. I cannot wait to reread it. Like I said, I'm in a rereading phase, and believe me when I say this year I will probably reread this book. It was that good. But yeah, those are all the books that I rated 5 stars in 2023. It's crazy to think that we're already in 2024, but I'm excited to read more books and to see which books I will give 5 stars to this year. It's insane. And thank you for... I did not just do that. I'm struggling. Okay, but that is all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you in my next video, guys. Bye!